gracefully.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
This is my path.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I don't. What's rejuvenation? Okay.
I heed their call.
Minions have spawned.
Never waste a breath. Where am I needed? To heal and protect. For peace of mind.
80 seasons in 3 for no reason.
I lend my aid.
Grab a little money. Alright. Okay. I don't know how I'll do on commenting at first because I'm just getting used to this, but we'll see. Bad trade there, but that's some rejuvenation on my friend. Not bad. Too bad.
Gracefully.
Taking some damage. Alright. Get my E here. After this wave's down. I think all 3 of these minions have to go down before I get 3. Oh, come on. Oh, 3. I can do some silencing. Should be good against this guy. Let's see. It seems like this is very good at dodging. I'll get some extra heals off. That'd be good. Oh. Okay.
To heal and protect.
I get lots of heals. Get some mana back. I think we'll be able to. Almost got this.
Every step.
I think I need some vision there. Okay. Grab the mana and money. We good. This Jinx is pretty chunked out. There we go. Get that first blood. Yeah, this Jinx is not avoiding anything.
Where am I needed?
Honestly, I think this Star Call is going to be better overall, because I'll get more healing with my rejuvenation. That's right. Just gonna farm up while he's gone. And last hit these
This is
minions.
my
I
path.
missed that one, but I got gold for it, so it's alright. Get some more keep thinking I have spell thief, so I'm going a little aggro on these guys. Those are both about to die. Put one in. Get some more money. Once MF's back, I'll get it back.
And protect.
Alright, so we got that first blood, that's good. Keeping MF nice and healthy. I didn't go means out of mana, for those who don't know. I'm trying to find any terms I say. I don't want that. Let's do a refillable. As I go along. And like I said, I don't know how I'm going to do on these commentaries. Not the best. I'll have to get used to just talking into the air. Feels weird, so we'll see how that goes. But basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go through and show like real basic cheap IP champions that anybody can play and anybody can afford early. I want to do Ashe and Garen first, but you know, it just kind of depends on what positions are available. So we'll see. No biggie if I take a little bit of damage there. I can heal it up because, like I said, that Jinx is not avoiding anything, so it should be easy. So Soraka, the way her kit works is her Q does Star Call. It's the only ability that affects minions in any way. But if you hit a champion with it, you get what's called Rejuvenation right here. And that gives you some healing for yourself. Your W is healing for other champions, and if you have Rejuvenation, they also get Rejuvenation, which gives a little bit of healing over time in addition to the extra healing, and then also gives them, I think, a 10% speed boost. It might be, yeah, 10% movement speed. Might be going up. As my, ooh, that's good. Good, flash. Good die. Okay. So your E silences while they're in the effect, and then if they stay in the effect when it ends, then they get rooted. I don't think they have, I think just right as it ends. Like, I don't think they have to stay in it or anything like that for the whole duration. It's just right as it ends. Anybody in there will get rooted. So that's the way it goes. So again, keeping R nice and healthy. And then our R, which is the ultimate, sometimes people just call it alt or ultimate, or R. That one gives a healing boost to everybody, no matter who they are on the map, anybody on my team. And it's a fairly low cooldown for being, oh boy, not good. Okay, let's get some healing going. We're fine. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted talking. Alright. This lady crazy. That's Jinx. Going aggro. Aggro means aggressive also. Maybe not, obviously. But again, I'm going to try and define any terms I might say or use during these during this stuff, because the point of this is to help other people learn League and be able to go to other people's videos and learn even more, because, you know, I don't know that much, but there's lots of people out there that you can learn from, but it's harder to learn from them if you don't know exactly what they're talking about. So that's kind of the point of this. Kind of a beginner's guide or something along those lines. But so the position I'm playing right now is called a support, and there's different kinds of supports. This one's like a healing support, or a some people call it like an ardent sensors support. That's just an item, ardent sensor. That's pretty powerful. So sometimes it's just referred to as that. But yeah, basically the whole idea of a support is basically to keep the 80 carry, which is attack, damage, carry, which, oh, that was just face checking the thing and then dying instantly. But the whole point of me is basically to keep my other person as healthy and as strong as possible. Sometimes that involves what's called peeling. Peeling is where you use CC to, here's the ardent sensor. And it's actually the first thing I'm going to try and build into, other than I got my cooldown boots just because it was cheap and I was able to finish that. But the idea is to keep them alive as best as I can. So right there I pressed my R, and even though I'm nowhere near her, I was able to heal her, and then I also healed my guy up here, which it's too bad he wasn't able to do much of anything. So with that extra heal, he should have turned and started going after the guy. I don't know what his cooldowns are like or anything, but I was mainly doing the heal for her because I was afraid that maybe try and throw it an ultimate at her, and yeah, so anyways. So that's the basic idea, especially in the laning phase. This is currently called the laning phase. It's the laning phase basically until we can get both. Well, ideally we would get their tower down first. They got ours down first, and it's usually a good idea to start rotating. Rotating just means going to lanes other than the ones we start in. Just because at this point we don't have a tower to protect us, really, so it's a little dangerous for us to stay out here fighting. We'll see how this goes. Ah, shoot. Good job, good job. Okay, so I'm going to keep upgrading my healing as my second. Ooh, good dodge. Way to go. Okay. I think we'll be okay here. MF, also known as Misfortune. That's the name of the champion that we're facing against. Right? No, we're facing against Jinx. Jinx was chunked out. Our person here, she's at Misfortune. So we should be okay to stay here, get some hits on the tower. I should be paying more attention to my other teammates possibly needing a so I hit her with Star Call there so that I get redemption, and then it gives her redemption as well. I don't really see it in there, but it just gives her better healing for a minute, you know. So that's the basic idea of what I want to do. Just keep hitting them, and while I have it, make sure I get it to her. So, calling down stars. I'm pretty low on mana, so we want to be careful. We'll see. We'll see. If they get really aggressive, we could probably do something here. Okay.
Enemy is legendary.
Let's see. it. Missed that flash. That was a bad, bad flash.
Heal and protect.
Oh, my team wants to give up. It's probably not a bad idea. I tend to say no, just because
Ally has been
there's
slain.
always a chance.
Double kill.
I'm just, yeah, not even paying attention to myself. I thought I was already dead. So dumb. So we'll keep going for an Ardent Sensor. What this does, as you can read here, it gives plus 10% heal and shield power. So Ardent Sensor is good on anybody, anybody honestly, who has a shield or a heal for anybody. It also gives more movement speed, and then whenever you heal or shield an ally, you and your ally gain 20% to 35% attack speed, and your attacks deal an additional 20 to 35 on hit damage for 6 seconds. So it's a really strong ability when you're playing with an attack damage carry, which again supports. That's their general role, is to support the attack damage carry especially in the laning phase. In the later phases, the team fights and things like that, their role becomes just kind of to protect everybody as best as they can, but to still focus on making sure that the effectiveness of their attack damage carry is as good as possible. I'm not normally going to call them attack damage carry either. I'll usually say ADC, but I'm just saying that for now, for those who are here to learn and figure out the terminology. So I'll say that every once in a while, but it's normally just ADC. So, so yeah. That's your main job. When you're a support, you don't wanna kill. You don't even wanna attack minions really, because the AD carry is trying to get as much farm as possible. Farming is just getting money and experience from minions or creeps. These are called minions or creeps. Your creep score is right here, minion kills. And so, an AD carry is trying to get as high of a... Oh boy. Because my AD carry just left me. She should have turned and fought. But you're gonna find that with supports that you have to you know, take care of everybody. We're just gonna vote everybody out. I mean, vote to surrender. So that's the way it goes. Every other lane is doing pretty bad. Our lane actually wasn't that bad. We were definitely losing it because we lost first tower. But we got ganked a bunch of times because all of our other lanes were just doing so terribly. So there's not much we could do there. I'm going to give it to MF.